All right, welcome back. We got another episode of Sarcasm Speaks. Jared and Bob, and I'm gonna switch it up a little bit because I know when I listen to podcasts and I get to the very end and they do their closing shit, I kind of just skip through it. So I said this in the last couple episodes. We had one fucking asshole that left us a 1-star review. And it really fucked up our rating because we don't have a ton. We might have 17 or 18 ratings right now on iTunes. So I'm going to say this now at the beginning of the show instead of the end of the show, so you guys all hear it right away. If you listen to the show and you're on iTunes, just do me a favor. Just head on over to the iTunes store and leave a 5-star review. Or my only caveat is if you're not going to leave 5 stars, then you have to write and tell us how much you fucking hate our guts. Because that was the other thing, the person that left a 1-star review didn't actually write anything, just left 1 star and said fuck it.
It's fucking Bush League.
Yeah, it's bullshit. So if you guys do like the show, or you don't, whatever, like I said, just head on over and...
You're not going to be able to say anything that I don't already think about myself.
Yeah, you're not going to hurt my feelings. So that would be greatly appreciated. So now that that's out of the way, yesterday was the NHL trade deadline, and I don't want to do a whole rundown of the thing, but the funniest thing, so I was at work, and right around so the kids go home at around 2:30, so from 2:30 to 3, which was, the deadline was at 3 o'clock, I was literally just sitting at a desk on Twitter, refreshing the feed, waiting for something to happen. And at one point, the Calgary Flames were at practice. And it was a normal day of practice. And then all of a sudden, Johnny Gaudreau skates off the ice in the middle of practice. Now, somebody who was a beat writer who was watching the practice, doing his job, reporting on the team, tweets and goes, "Johnny Gaudreau just left the ice mid-practice." And Twitter went fucking wild. There were people, fans of every team. There was Bruins fans that were "Oh, Gaudreau to the Bruins, it's happening." And, someone said, I think, Gaudreau to the Blackhawks. Everyone was "Oh, he's going to the Lightning." Everyone had him fucking traded. So then, practice ends. And they ask him. They, pull him aside in the locker room or whatever. And it was "Johnny, you left the ice early. Is everything, what was that about? Are you getting traded? What's happening here?" And he kind of looks at them and he goes, "I had to go take a pee." He skated off the ice to go take a fucking piss.
He's getting traded, dude.
And all of Twitter erupted because they thought he was getting traded. How awesome is that? And teams were sending out reports. Not teams, but guys were sending out reports. Yeah, I hear Gaudreau's gonna go to the Bruins. They're probably gonna do it for 2 firsts and a third. Guys are just making up shit. No blue check mark guys, obviously, because it wasn't actually happening.
No.
But guys that are just out there, what the fuck? That's the I don't know, I guess depending on how you want to look at it, the downside of Twitter. Because, I do go to Twitter for my news. I don't watch news channels. I just go to Twitter. If I hear something big, when Kobe died a month ago, I was on Twitter when I saw it, and then I just kept refreshing Twitter and then Googled it. And then, there was nothing on TV yet. There was nothing on even the internet, Google. If you Google Kobe Bryant dead, what popped up was Twitter. How they have those squares of Twitter, and that's Twitter has taken over as far as news.
Ryan Newman.
Yeah, the whole Ryan Newman thing. Twitter were the first people. That's how I got all my information. Were all those pictures, people that were in the stands, and then the media that was on pit road. They were posting videos and pictures from there. It was all on Twitter. That's it. The mainstream media is so far behind now. But that's not always a bad thing, because you could have something like yesterday when a guy skates off the ice to go take a fucking whiz, and then half of Twitter has him fucking traded.
Yeah, for 2 firsts and a third.
to 30 different teams. Like, I guarantee you there were 30 different reports about Johnny Gaudreau going to 30 different teams in the league. Like, it was a lot of fun. Because I knew it was bullshit right away because I saw a bunch of different people posting different things. So, like, some people said he was going to the Bruins, some people said he was going to the Lightning, one person said he was going to the Blackhawks, another person said Vancouver should be involved. You know what I mean? Like, there was a bunch of people, like, saying, and I was like, there's no way he's actually getting traded. Like, I didn't really think, like, the thought he had to take a piss didn't pop into my head, but...
My immediate thought was that he had to take a shit.
Yeah. But, like, I knew it, like I said, I knew it was fake when I saw, like, right away the 7 different reports from people that aren't necessarily, like, beat reporters, like the blue checkmark guys. But, yeah. You always gotta look out for that blue checkmark on Twitter.
I wonder if Incarcerated Bob has one. He might not.
Especially on days like that, when there's, like, a big sports, like, deadline, like anytime there's like a free agency, like the first couple of days of free agency, any sort of trade deadline, anything like that, there's a lot of people that just post random fucking shit.
Incarcerated Bob is not a blue check mark, but I will listen to him.
How many followers does he have?
143,000.
Wow, and he's not verified? What are the... Somebody help me out here. One of our listeners, hit me up on... at Sarcasm Speaks Pod on Instagram. I could Google it, but I'm too lazy. I want you guys to just tell me.
I'll just do it.
What are the... all right. I was hoping to kind of, conversate with some of our fans, but what the fuck are the parameters to get verified on Twitter?
Well, I know you have to submit a license.
Oh.
And your name has to match your license.
Oh, like you have to take a picture of your driver's license?
I believe.
Huh. Do you know someone that's verified? That has a check mark?
I don't, but I know someone who went through the process, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's just strange to me.
So that's for a personal profile.
Oh, okay.
If you're going for a business profile, you don't need an ID.
Oh. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. You're not going to, like, what are you going to take a picture of for a business? Like their fucking tax ID number?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a form.
That's it? There's no, like, minimum, like, you have to have X amount of followers?
I don't think so.
Huh.
But they also...
But they can discriminate.
Well,
like, if I filled out the form to get verified, they'd look at me and be like, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, we don't need you to be verified.
Yeah. You don't even have 1,000 followers. I think I have, like, 800 and... No, less than that. I have 800 and something followers on Instagram. I probably have, like, less than 300 followers on Twitter.
Yeah, I have, like, 350.
Yeah. I hardly ever really use Twitter.
See, I don't tweet. I just use it to
I use it to check and use it for news. Occasionally I'll tweet some shit. Like, I was tweeting about...
you were up in arms about the fight?
The fight? Dude. Oh my god.
Speaking of... We didn't even talk about that, did we?
No, we didn't cover it in the previous episode.
Yeah.
We were too busy talking about, I don't know, something.
Nothing.
Tom Brady and the Patriots. The
Yes,
NFL. We got on so many tangents in the last episode. So yeah, the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight was last Saturday, and I was absolutely fucking furious at the bullshit that they pulled on their way out to the ring. So first of all, the fight was scheduled to start at 11 o'clock, and a couple fights before it ran long. Whatever, no big deal, it happens. They didn't start the whole coverage on the main fight probably until like 11:45, which again, not a big deal. It's a Saturday night. Like, I'm not 96 years old. Like, I don't need to be in bed or anything. But they started coverage at 11:45 and then gave probably 20 minutes of like coverage shit, like just going over stuff. So now we're looking at after midnight. And then they fucking do the introductions. Tyson Fury comes out riding a fucking throne. And the people that are like pushing him, it was all women too, which was whatever, but it was on wheels and they were pushing him. I'm willing to bet that it took him at least 7 minutes to get to the ring on that stupid fucking throne. Like, when I first saw him come out, I was like, all right, like, whatever. I you know, he's the Gypsy King. Like, I get it. And I just thought it was going to be one of those things where, like, they roll it out of, like, the back, and then he, like, steps down and walks the rest of the way. No. Nope. They pushed the fucking thing all the way to the ring. Took definitely more than 5 minutes for him to get down the fucking ramp. And I'm like, well, that was fucking bullshit. Now I hope Deontay Wilder comes out and whoops his ass. That's literally what I said while I was at the table with Finn and Dickie. Shout out to Finn and Dickie, friends of the show. I go, I hope Deontay Wilder comes out now and fucking beats his ass. Well, wouldn't you know, Deontay Wilder gets introduced. Camera cuts to him in the back. He's wearing this, like, god-awful, like, all-black, diamond, onyx, whatever the fuck it is, suit of armor.
Yep.
And starts walking out of the back with some dude, like, rapping on his way in. And I was like, wow, I don't know who I hate more right now. This is absolute fucking bullshit. So I was like, you guys realize that you have to win the fight in the ring and not, like, on the walk down, right? Like, both guys took probably over 5 minutes to get in the ring. And then, like, get their shit off. Like, Deontay Wilder had to take his fucking suit of armor off. It was absolutely asinine. So then after that, I was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck who wins. I just hope one dude just gets absolutely fucking roasted. And turns out that's what happened. Tyson Fury absolutely fucking manhandled him. And the best part of it all, did you hear what he said when he came out, his excuse why he lost?
Yep.
Because his suit of armor was too heavy. It was 45 pounds. And wearing it, walking out to the ring, roasted his legs.
I can't sit there and try to, like, fathom the idea that someone who wants to be the heavyweight champion in boxing would sit there and complain about his outfit.
45 pounds is not heavy.
How much does he weigh? 240?
Roughly. Yeah, probably around 240, 250. I forget what he weighed. I know Tyson Fury weighed in at like 273. And I know Wilder was heavier they both gained weight. Wilder gained like maybe like 11 or 12 pounds, and I think Fury was like 17-ish heavier. So I would say Wilder might have been around 250 in that range. You're going to say that 45 pounds?
I'm not fucking buying that.
Was a lot for you to walk
You didn't
down.
fucking train.
No.
You didn't train for the fight because in the ring you looked like you didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Right.
And then that's your excuse. Now I'm not buying that shot he took in the second round.
Right.
I don't care. That fucking didn't do anything.
No.
That's my new opinion.
Yeah.
Because it looked like he got rocked.
Yeah.
No. He wasn't fucking ready for this fight.
No.
His trainer would say, oh, his legs. You have got to be fucking kidding me. There is no fucking way a 45-pound suit with fucking batteries. That's what it was, batteries.
Yeah.
By the way, Black Twitter's analysis of that, phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. They pretty much denounced Deontay Wilder.
They were like, imagine losing the fight and blaming that you had hella batteries coming out. Great use the word hella.
Yeah.
You want to be the heavyweight champ in boxing, you're going to blame your suit of armor entrance.
Yeah. He
One,
was the heavyweight until he lost, the heavyweight champ.
You don't want that belt. That's what it tells me.
Yeah.
You don't want the belt because you're ready to blame your fucking entrance. Two, why not just wear the fucking hood? Whatever happened to throwing a towel on your head? Or the fucking hood on?
Right. So I will give him his whole thing, his whole career, or most of his career, has been that he wears a mask. So he went way over the top and wore a full fucking suit of armor this time. But still, like I said, 45 fucking pounds shouldn't bother you if you're an athlete. If you're he theoretically is one of the greatest athletes in the world. The heavyweight boxing champion, again, arguably one of the greatest athletes
People
in the world.
People were talking about him being
He can't carry 45 pounds we'll call it 60 yards.
People were talking about him comparing to Tyson. And they said he might be better at knocking people out than Tyson.
Yeah.
45 pounds?
Yeah, okay.
40 pounds?
Yeah.
Well, I don't believe it. So, no, first and foremost, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
40 pounds?
Yeah.
You're going to be better than Mike Tyson in 40 pounds. Yeah. Takes you completely out of a fight.
So the issue there, where that argument comes from,
I don't even fucking care about the argument.
Which I think...
Because you're not going to convince me.
No. I don't believe it either. But where the argument comes from is that Deontay Wilder is so much fucking bigger. He might be able to produce more force in a punch, but he sucks at boxing. Compared to...
And I've seen him fight once. And it's not fair that I've seen him fight once. So sarcastically, well, I've seen him fight once and I can tell that.
Yeah. So compared to... Now, here I am, the fucking asshole in the armchair saying, oh, he sucks at boxing. Obviously, he's good at boxing. He was the heavyweight fucking champion.
He got fucking worked.
But technically, like technique-wise, he doesn't have good technique. That Tyson Fury is an unbelievable technical boxer, and he outboxed the shit out of him. Deontay Wilder has made his career off of his right hand.
Yeah,
because he can put anybody down. Mike Tyson had a massive right hand and a left hand too, and that motherfucker could box. Like, technically, he was fucking sound. Like, Customato literally turned him into a fucking assassin. Like, he would...
I love how he knocked everybody out with uppercuts too.
Yeah. Like, it was... So, I don't think I'm fucking this up, but Customato, I'm pretty sure, is the one that created the number system. So it's like, I think it's 1 through 9, and each number corresponds with a punch and a part of the body. So, like, he trained Tyson to box off of these, like, number combinations.
Probably had to.
So he would sit there in the corner and be like, 7-3-1. And then Tyson would just fucking go. Like, he was a machine. He was a robot. And he was just precision with power. He was unbelievable. Greatest heavyweight boxer of all time. But like, if they both stood toe-to-toe in their prime and punched one of those fucking squares that measures... Yeah, from Rocky IV. The things that measure...
Oh, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say
the things in the arcades. Yeah, the arcade things. Yeah, either one. Like, if they both stood there in their prime, so like fucking, whatever, 1987 Mike Tyson and 2020 Deontay Wilder might produce much more force because he's 6'9" and 250 pounds. And I think Mike Tyson was like 6'1", 6'2".
He looks small when he boxes.
Yeah.
He was very small next to Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
That guy was fucking gigantic.
Yeah. Well, Lennox Lewis is super tall. I think he was like 6'6", 6'5".
Fucking...
Yeah.
He looks it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking huge.
But Tyson wasn't that tall. But he still used to fuck dudes up. So, yeah. But that whole thing. Oh, my suit was too heavy. Come on.
I can't even imagine that.
Come on, dude. You know what the worst part about it, though, is that I feel like now he's going to fade away and boxing in America is going to start to fade, too.
Well, he's going to get a third. There's going to be a third because of the contract.
But he's probably going to lose again.
Yeah.
He lost, like, most boxing people. Like, you ask, like, us, like me, you, like, the common fan. They're like, oh yeah, first fight, it was really good. It was close.
I didn't see the first
it was close. It was probably lean towards Fury, but like it was close, you know. And then the idiot casual boxing fan will be like, well, I mean, Deontay Wilder knocked him down twice. How could you not win? And then like the real boxing people, without no hesitation, again, no, Fury won the first fight. Yep, Fury won hands down. So those are the guys I listen to.
Oh, you don't listen to Teddy Atlas at the fucking the Mansfield Deli?
The guy, oh my god, the guy at Buffalo Wild Wings that fucking Saturday night. Yeah, hit him with the double. Come on, throw a double. All right, yeah, now hit him with the triple. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? What is going on right now? Like, what are you doing? First of all, you're not at the fight. He can't hear you.
Second of all, are those boxing terms?
Does that even mean anything? Like, I'm not a boxer, but like that seems like very arbitrary things to yell. Like, throw a double what? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah, double.
Like, I feel like that could be anything.
Yeah, do the thing he's thinking about twice.
Yeah. Now hit him with a triple. Like, all right, buddy. Like, shut the fuck up. Just watch the fight. But yeah, so like I said, everyone said that Fury won the first one. He very clearly won the second one. I mean, I don't think Wilder has a chance in the third one. I mean, unless, I don't know when it's going to be. This was February, maybe like September, October.
I think that's the alleged rumor.
Unless for the next 6 months.
He actually trains.
He actually, like...
Learns how to box.
Learns how to, box and not just rely on his right hand to knock guys out. That's the only way he's going to have a chance.
And then the reason it's going to die is because Anthony Joshua is also British.
Yeah, and that's the other part of it too, is that those three other guys were the triumvirate, and Anthony Joshua is a huge fucking pussy. So I will say Wilder kind of fucked us a little bit by enacting which he had every right to in the contract. He had the ability to enact a third round if he lost. So whatever, it's in the contract, it's fine. But I would have loved to see Fury fight Joshua and absolutely throttle Joshua. Because I think Anthony Joshua is a huge fucking pussy. I don't think he actually wants to... Like, when you said, like, Wilder, like, doesn't want to be champ, I don't think Joshua wants to be champ. I think he wants, like, all the fame, but he doesn't want to fight the top guys. He's been dodging Wilder for, like, 2 years. He fights like stupid fucking guys, and depending on who you talk to, his who the fuck is his promoter? It's not Bob Arum.
I don't know, but he also fights in goofy places too.
Yeah, but fuck. He's a big promoter too. I can't believe I'm blanking on his name. People listening are like, "You're a fucking idiot." Whatever. If you said his name, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, obviously that fucking guy." But he. I guess, again, I'm not super into the boxing world, but I know, like, very little. He, I guess, is notorious for just, like, chasing the money, which, whatever. From a promoter standpoint, like, that is your job, is to make money. But...
Is it Eddie Hearn?
Yes. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, that's him, Eddie Hearn. I knew as soon as you, like, when you said it, I would know it. He... signs him up for all these fights that are just essentially tomato cans. And the funny thing was, he signed him up for a guy that they thought was just going to be like a tomato can. I think it was last year.
I think it's going back a little bit. Ruiz.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Ruiz, so he lost to Ruiz and then he beat him.
Right.
And then he fought, I don't know. Again, he fights like goofy people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That was the Ruiz fight. Yeah, clearly you can tell I don't follow boxing super fucking close, but...
Ruiz looks like a fucking slob.
Oh yeah, well he came into the rematch like 40 pounds heavier than he was the first time, something fucking absurd. Like he put on some absurd amount of weight for the second fight. He literally didn't train at all. He just showed up. But yeah, so I think Joshua's a huge bitch. Fury, as much as he fucking pissed me off with his entrance, I think he might actually be my favorite now. Just because he backed up all his craziness. I thought he was fucking nuts. I listened to him on the Joe Rogan podcast too. He was on a while ago, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. It was, no, maybe longer. It was before the first fight. He was on, and he talked about like his life and like some of the struggles that he had and shit like that. And I was like, wow, like this dude's like legit. Like he's been through it. But he's also fucking crazy. Like he's literally like insane. He thinks he has like gypsy magic, which whatever. As I crush my fucking wine glass. But I don't know. He's nuts, but he backs it up. So I'm in. I'm in on Fury. Even though he's British.
I'm out on everything because if boxing was going to get popular again, that fight needed to be good.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the other thing, too. Sorry, I forgot about this. This was my whole thing where I said that boxing was going to start to fade. If and when Deontay Wilder loses again, he's going to go away. Like I said, Joshua's a huge bitch, and Tyson Fury only has 2 fights left on his contract, and then he said he's going to retire. So, say Fury wins the third bout, whatever.
He's got 1 fight
He's
left.
got 1 more fight. Say he does go and fight Joshua, beats Joshua, and he's going to retire. So now you have the guy that beat Wilder 2 out of 3 on cards, technically, and then beats Joshua, and then retire. Now he's gone. And now you have Deontay Wilder, who's been beat up, and Joshua, who's now lost to fucking shithead Andy Ruiz and Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you do there? It kind of fucks things up a little bit. But Fury, even back in the day, Fury beat Klitschko. That's how he won the belt the first time. And Klitschko was like fucking god forever. He fought for so fucking long. But
that's the thing. It's just boxing's not popular enough right now.
No, it is.
Even care. The only reason
it is in Europe and Russia.
What weird, but well, it's because that's what the guys who are good. Mm-hmm. This fight was supposed to bring it back a little bit. A lot of people were talking about it. A lot of people wanted to watch it.
Right.
And it fell flat.
Yeah.
It fell flat.
It did. It did mostly because Wilder was so bad.
That's it.
Like Wilder,
Fury did everything he needed to do.
Like Wilder could have lost, but made it a good fight.
He didn't do anything.
And people would have been I feel like people would have been excited for boxing.
Like
obviously,
the fucking time. I didn't even know that was still. I thought that was only an option in Rocky movies.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
Or the ref looks at it and is like, "Oh, this is over with."
Yeah. His corner through the top.
I can't even. Yeah, I didn't even know that was a real thing.
Yeah, no, that's real.
Did they throw a physical towel in?
I don't know. I didn't really see one, but I also wasn't looking for one. It happened quick. He was in the corner, and then all of a sudden, the ref just comes over and starts.
Yep.
And says you're done. So, I don't know if they physically threw the towel in the ring, but they might have. Who knows? So the other thing that I thought was really funny was literally right before we got on air. I just went on Twitter just to see what's going on right now. As soon as I open Twitter, the number 1 thing trending in the world is Dick Pound.
Who is that?
He's a member of the International Olympic Committee, so he's on the IOC board.
Okay.
But everyone is talking about Dick Pound because there was a report by the Associated Press that put out and said IOC member Dick Pound says Tokyo Olympic organizers have until late May to see if the virus is under control. If not, you're probably looking at a cancellation. Which, talking about the coronavirus, which apparently is a thing now. I didn't know it was that big. When we talked about it, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I thought it was just going to be, gone. I still stand by the fact that anyone that's healthy between the age of 20 and 50 is fine. You'll probably just get really sick. Worst case, you have to go to the fucking hospital for a couple days. But, you're probably going to be fine. So I'm still not worried about it. But apparently it is pretty bad. One of the guys I work with was supposed to go to Japan in a couple weeks. And he was like, yeah, I think I'm going to cancel my trip to Japan. And he was telling me today, and like a fucking idiot, I was like, oh, dude, why? And he goes, oh, dude, the coronavirus. And I was like, oh, I thought that was just in China. I'm a complete fucking idiot.
Yes.
And he goes, no, It's like everywhere right now, actually. And he goes, Japan has it pretty bad. It's in a bunch of different Asian countries. It just got into like Italy, and he was telling me all this other shit, and I was like, oh, is it bad in the U.S. yet? And he's just looking at me, and he's like, no, I mean, not yet, but like, it could be. like he literally thinks I'm a complete fucking retard.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. But like, holy shit, like his facial expressions, like it was one of those where like the first question I asked where like, oh, why? Like, why are you gonna cancel your trip? It's just like one of those like, due the coronavirus. Like you can see like, oh yeah, he just didn't make that connection.
Right.
But then the sequence of questions that I asked after that, like I could tell by his facial expressions, his opinion of me was dropping by the second.
Started dropping syllables and words.
Yeah.
Started speaking a little bit more nicely.
Yeah. So there's this thing that's really bad, and it makes people sick, and it's called the coronavirus. Is that from when people drink too much Corona? I get that on Sundays.
No, that's different.
Like one of those. Like
this
he
makes
definitely
people really sick. That's just a hangover. Do you know what a hangover is?
No, I'm not a bitch, Karen. Have you seen that meme?
No.
It's like a little kid that goes up to a dad and goes like, Daddy, what's a hangover? And the dad's like, I wouldn't know because I'm not a bitch, Karen.
I'm a huge bitch.
Yeah.
I know all too well what a hangover is.
Oh, same. But yeah, so Dick Pound comes out and says that because the Olympics are in Tokyo or in Japan this year, yeah. So
last time it was the Zika, this time it's the Corona.
Yeah, they gotta get their shit together. But so like that report came out, and the Associated Press posts that, and then everyone just has a field day with it. So Barstool comes out and says Dick Pound laying down the hammer. Someone goes, Dick Pound has entered the motherfucking chat. Guys like Dick Pound and Dick Wolf had every opportunity in life to go by Richard or Rick. They know what they're doing. Dick Pound lays his nuts on the table, tells Tokyo to pound sand. Like the internet is literally fucking amazing. The longest member, Dick Pound, like the longest member of the IOC. Oh man, this is great. And it's just Dick Pound is telling the Tokyo organizers to think long and hard about this, or the Olympics are gonna get shafted. Dude,
if only people could use their power for good.
People are so fucking amazing. This is the shit that I love the internet for. But yeah, that's great. I just thought I'd share that little tidbit because I thought it was really funny that Dick Pound was trending as soon as I opened Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, it does know your preferences, so.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, Dick Pound me in the ass. And I honestly forgot that the Olympics were this year too. Like I'm really fucking dumb.
Yes.
I know nothing about the coronavirus, but I think part of
I'm
that
sorry.
is like I said, I really don't
care.
care.
Give a fuck.
I don't care.
It's not my fucking job to know anything about the coronavirus.
Like I'm most likely not gonna get it, and like I said, even if I do, sure I'll be fine.
Or
and
just whatever, take me out.
And if I die, hey, guess what? It's not my fucking problem anymore.
Yeah.
It's someone else's problem to deal with because I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna push you outside.
Yeah, that's the thing. I said that on the show before, I think, right? The guy that was the EOD. So one of my favorite quotes of all time
EOD is
was it's a guy, the guys that do the deactivation of bombs in the military. So I was listening to the Drinking Bros podcast, and they had a guy on to interview who was an EOD in the military, and they asked him a question. They were like, do you ever get nervous, like, doing your job? Like, what if you cut the wrong wire? Like, what if it blows up? Whatever. And he looks at them and he goes, honestly, no. And they were like, really? Like, how can you be so calm? And he goes, well, the way I look at it is I'm either going to do it right and everything's going to be fine, or I'm not, And then it's not my problem anymore. My favorite quote of all time. Like, fuck JFK's, like, ask not what your country can do for you. Like, fuck anything Teddy Roosevelt has ever said. Like, love those guys, but doesn't matter. I'm either going to do it right, or it's not my problem anymore. That's how I want to live my life. So that's what I mean. I'm probably not going to get the coronavirus, but if I do and I die, I don't give a fuck. Because then it's not my problem. Whatever. I don't care. If I'm dead, then I'm dead. Like, that was one of the things I was thinking about today, too. Another podcast I was listening to, like, they were coming up, they were talking about, like, being in the military and shit like that. And then, like, my brain just starts going, and I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't actively seek out death. Oh, they were talking about Anthony Bourdain, too. It was Ross Patterson Revolution. Shout out to those guys. They don't listen to the show, but, you know, whatever. We'll share some love. And they were talking about that, and then, like, so then I'm sitting in traffic, and I'm just bored, and I'm thinking while they're talking, and I'm like, you know, I wouldn't, like, actively seek out death, but, like, I'm also, like, I don't really give a shit if something happened and I were to die. Because they came up with this theory that Anthony Bourdain actually died while strangle-baiting.
The fuck is... Oh.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah. See, actually, if you said that, I would have actually known.
Well, that's a hard word to say. Remember, I'm stupid.
Don't worry, I remember every day.
Strangle-baiting is a lot more fun to say.
Yeah, I've never actually heard it like that.
Yeah, so they had this theory that... So he was a tall guy, and he was in a hotel room when he died. And they think that he was potentially strangle-baiting, and he had to do it from, like, one of the lower ceiling or something. Because he was so tall, it created an issue. Because hotels aren't, like, the ceilings are pretty low and, like, weird shit. I don't know. But they went through the whole theory. And they said that, so his best friend was his producer, and that's the guy that found him. So they were like, listen, let's be real. If I walk in to a hotel room and my best friend is dead on the floor and he's got his pants down around his ankles and a belt around his neck, Ross goes, I'm taking the belt off his neck, I'm pulling his pants up, and then I'm calling the police, and I'm going to say, hey, man, I tried to give this guy CPR, but he's not responding. I think you guys got to get over here. He was like, I'm not letting my best friend go out like that. Like, people don't need to know that he died from an accident while fucking masturbating.
Yeah, they don't have to know that.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, like, that's a really interesting theory.
One last solid.
Yeah, yeah. But then they started arguing about, like, whether or not, like, which one is better. Because Jesse, his husband, was, I'm sorry, his wife goes, well, it's almost shittier knowing that he did commit suicide, because then you look at it like, oh, he wanted to leave us, like he thought his life was so bad, like he didn't want to be with us, because he had a wife and children, and they look like he didn't want to be with us, and like that's fucked up. But then at the same time, like, do you really want to know that your husband or your dad died while strangle-baiting from a strangulation accident?
Probably not.
No, but you know, I could see the argument either way, where, like, at least you knew it was an accident versus, like, that you did it intentionally. But it was a very interesting theory. They went in very much depth on it this morning on my my way in traffic.
I have an official stance.
Yeah.
I have an official stance. Oh, wait, it's the belt loop. They morphed it. Because if you had a fucking, like, a rope.
Yeah, well, I guess, so technically,
if you had the rope.
What he actually used was the belt part of a bathrobe.
Okay.
So it wasn't like a belt with a fucking notch to like put in a hole, but it was just
which I gotta imagine no one actually does.
I hope not. That's very unsafe. Like, that's super fucking dangerous because you can't fucking like get it off quick enough. Like, you need a quick release. Yeah. Like. You gotta put a fucking, like, some kind of fucking knot that just pops right out. Like, you can't fuck around with that shit.
No.
Otherwise, you end up dead. But then it's not your problem anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, I'm either gonna get off, or it's not my problem anymore.
I I wish more problems could be solved with that kind of
that kind of logic.
Yeah. Because it's like there are so few things. Like, so I'm thinking about one of the things I want to get rid of the poison ivy in the back. So everyone's been listening long enough knows I want the goats to just go and eat it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what if I just fucking light it all on fire and just like go back in the house?
Yeah.
Because it's like, but then it's like that.
Only you can prevent forest.
But that doesn't. But it doesn't apply because it will be my problem when the poison ivy smoke doesn't actually kill me. Just kind of hurts real bad.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Or it's like at work, it's like, well, this is either gonna go my way or it's not my problem anymore. It's like, no, it'll just be a bigger problem.
It's always my problem. Yeah. And if anything, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that could apply to like using a chainsaw up on like a ladder or something.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what's the worst thing that's gonna happen? I break my neck.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Not my problem. Yeah. So that was an interesting tidbit on Anthony Bourdain. I forgot how we got there, but I don't know.
I really don't.
Yeah.
No clue. Actually, I don't think the segue made a lot of sense either.
No, it started from the story about the EOD guy, and then I went from Drinking Bros to Ross Patterson. It's a connection. Kind of.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yep.
Have you seen the new movie with Ben Affleck in it? Or the trailer, I should say, because I don't think the movie's out yet.
What movie?
I forget the name of it, but he plays a like a down on his luck alcoholic high school basketball coach. So
you mean...
So he plays Ben Affleck.
You mean every basketball coach probably in the MIAA?
Yes. Yep. Probably. And also him. So he's like...
Fuck.
If he doesn't win an award for this, like, he literally doesn't have to do anything. He just has to be himself.
That's why he won't win the award. He didn't act.
He's not real act. Yeah, okay, all right. That's a fair counterpoint.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at least it'll probably be a really good movie because he doesn't have to act hard.
To be realistic.
Yeah.
That's why I give
He really feels the pain. You can tell he feels what it's like to be an
I don't think so. I think he drank enough not to.
I think he's clean now. Well, I mean, he's probably on some drugs, like fucking antidepressants and...
Sleeping pills and shit.
Yeah. The doctor prescribed. I'm not taking drugs. The doctor gives me these. I'm not a drug addict. I have a prescription. Because that's how that works.
Classic.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like 2 years sober. I've just been taking Ambien every day.
Yeah, I'm sober, but I'm on Suboxone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the best. Yeah, I've been clean up meth for like 17 years, dude. I just take Suboxone, whenever I need it. It's fun because I'm not doing heroin. It's like, oh my god, dude. That's like everybody that I fucking used to interact with. Yeah, I gotta get to the clinic. It opens at 6:30 in the morning. Guy's there at 6:15, but you ask him to be anywhere at like 10 o'clock. Shows up at 11:45. It's like, bro, you never miss the fucking methadone clinic. Nope. It doors open at 6:30. You're there at 6:15 every morning, but you have a meeting at 10 and you show up an hour and a half late. Yep. Fucking people never cease to amaze me. It's unbelievable.
No, they don't.
But yeah, so that's really all I had on that Ben Affleck thing. I just wanted to see, what you thought about him playing himself. You think he got back on the sauce? I don't know how long he's been not drinking, but I wonder if he shot the movie while he was drinking or not.
I don't know anything about Ben Affleck.
He's got a
problem.
He's got a real problem. Well, it starts with alcohol, and then it quickly devolves into some blocaine. Like he's a big booger sugar guy. Okay. Which, hey, whatever. It's party Ben. He's just trying to have a good time. But yeah, drugs and alcohol and cocaine, I believe, are his drugs of choice. Which sounds like a great Saturday night to me. Terrible Sunday. Like the worst fucking Sunday ever. But, you know, whatever. To each his own.
Yeah, some people, they don't let Sunday ruin, or they don't let Monday ruin their Sunday. That doesn't apply.
Yeah.
Don't eat cheese after noon.
Don't drink water after midnight.
Penny saved is a penny earned. Yeah. No, you mix 2 gremlin rules. Don't
Oh,
get them wet and don't feed them after midnight.
Don't give them water after midnight. I guess technically that would work though, because it's water and it's food after midnight.
Water is not food.
You're right. It's a protein shake. Don't give them a protein shake after midnight. There you go. That covers both rules.
Is a protein shake food though?
I don't know.
It's definitely nutrients. I wouldn't call it food.
Yeah. Does food have to be a solid? Because you can process food. I'm just imagining like really fucking old people that can't eat meat and have to put it in a food processor.
Oh, so gross. Man. So gross.
I mean, technically that's still food.
It was food.
It was food at one point.
I don't know, dude. It sucks too because my brother had to do that shit. It was so gross.
Ugh.
It was so gross.
Ugh. Yeah, that's tough.
Like, so nasty. No wonder he fucking hated eating. Like, honestly. He fucking hated to eat. And it's like, yeah, maybe it's because that fucking, like, cheeseburger is fucking pureed.
Yeah. Ugh. It's a fucking hamburger
So
milkshake.
Gross, dude. So gross.
Or like, I saw someone once, was it Dom Mazzetti? Did like or somebody did like a chicken milkshake. It was fucking.
I might fucking go puke.
It was disgusting. Or it was some bodybuilder that was talking about like he needed to have more calories in the day and like couldn't physically eat that much food, so he took chicken, pureed it, put it in a shake, and then would drink it with like other shit. And I was like, that is the most disgusting
So
thing
gross.
I've ever seen. Yeah.
It's so fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So does
Just
it
take
count as
steroids,
food,
please. Just please take steroids.
Yeah.
If you fucking get to the point where you are pureeing chicken and putting shakes, just fucking do steroids. Just get fucking gas up.
Yeah, it's way easier.
Oh, God.
It's one needle twice a week. You're good.
Oh, dude.
6 to 8 weeks on, 6 weeks off.
Allegedly.
You're good. Yeah, well, when you run into problems is when you never cycle off.
Cycling off is for quitters.
Yeah. Although, I wonder theoretically, like, you could bring your levels down to natural, but it's still synthetic, so I still don't think your body would produce any naturally. So, like, your testicle, like, if you stayed on for, like, fucking years, like, I'm talking, like, 1, 2, 3 years plus, like, your testicles may just disappear.
Because they serve no purpose.
Right.
I don't know, the appendix doesn't disappear.
Yeah, well, they would get, like, super fucking small. Because, like I said, even if you... So, like, when you're taking steroids, like, So, if the normal range of testosterone is, like, 400 to, like, 1,100, like, whatever, fucking parts per million, millimolars per liter.
Units.
Whatever
units of testosterone.
Whatever units of testosterone. The number is 400 to 1,100. Like, when you're gassed up, you're probably around 2,500 plus. You're anywhere from, like, 2 to 3 times, like, the natural, like, high limit. But even if you bring it down, like, you reduce the levels so much where you do fall in like 400 to 1,100, I still don't think your testicles would come back because it's still synthetic. So, like,
Well, they don't have to work.
That's what I mean. Like, your body, like, they wouldn't have to work.
Yeah, it's still present. They don't have to do anything.
You may not get some of those side effects when you stay on steroids for fucking too long. Like, fucking, your heart just falls apart, or like.
Oh, so where's the part where you die?
Yeah. Who was I talking? Oh, somebody at work. One of the guys I work with was talking about like trying to go on steroids. And he like asked me, like, oh, dude, like, do you think you actually know exactly what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, dude, do you think like I could go on steroids? I'm like, yeah, of course you could. Like, it's pretty easy. Like, as long as you're okay with needles. Like, and if you're not, it's pretty easy to get easy with needles. Like, you think you can't do it, but it's actually really fucking easy.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Not that I would know anything about that. But, so I was like, yeah. And he goes, oh, so like, you know, because he is older. I think he's like 34, 35-ish. He's like, oh, so like, you know, could I just like stay on? Like, am I going to like die? And I was like,
yes. Yes, you are.
Well, I mean, realistically, like, it's just like any other drug. Like, and I said to him, I go, dude, there are people that have done cocaine for like 50 or 60 years and they're still alive. like, because they don't do exorbitant amounts of cocaine. Like, if you do steroids for a really long time, but you do it the right way, like you cycle on, cycle off, like, don't get your levels to like 4,000 for like 6 months at a time, like, you'll be fine. And I was like, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger and fucking Lou Ferrigno and Sylvester Stallone, like all those guys, Dolph Lundgren, the entire cast of The Expendables.
Rocky Four.
Yeah, like all those guys have been gassed up since the fucking 70s, and they're all in their 80s now. Like, it's doable. You just have to do it the right way. And he was like, oh, okay. So, like, how do I get it? And I was like, you're not ready. If you're asking how to get steroids, you're not ready.
Yeah, go to the pharmacy and ask for 4 steroids, please.
Yes, can I have your steroids, please? Dude, if I was a pharmacist, I would have, like, a bunch of, like, placebo pills ready. And just be like, yep, here you go. Here they are. Here's your 4 steroid pills.
Wow, dude, I'm feeling kind of jacked.
Yeah. Oh, dude, don't tell anybody, but I'm on steroids. Oh, sick, dude. Like, where'd you get it from? Oh, yeah, CVS. They got, no, you're not on steroids.
Someone did mention, though, they're like, I might just go get tested for low testosterone and just, you know, get it prescribed.
Yeah, that's one way to do it, too. Depending on the doctor, like, most, I can't say that. Some doctors, if you go in and level with them and be like, hey, doc, like, I'm either going to do this, I'm doing this either way. I'm either going to do it my way, or I'm going to get a prescription from you. So, like, we can do this legitimately and you can monitor my shit, or I'm going to call fucking Bulgaria. Like, what are we going to do here? And, like, some doctors will be like, okay, fine. Whatever, here's a fucking script. Like, and they'll actually, like, do it, and you can do it the right way. But other doctors would be like, I'm not doing that. I'm better than that. And it's
have
like,
fun in Bulgaria. Know what I would say if I was a doctor? Have fun in Bulgaria.
Yeah. And if I were the patient, I'd be like, yeah, have fun fucking prescribing your fucking Wellbutrin and your Ativan that you get paid exorbitant amounts of money for. You won't give me fucking steroids. You won't give me a little bit of testosterone because you don't get any kickback for it. But
you know what I would say to you? Send me a postcard while you're there.
Yeah. But yeah,
I would call everyone's bluff if I was a doctor.
It is doable.
Have you been eating well? Well, you know. Hey, you can just say no to me.
Yeah, you can just say no. You just were on the scale. I know the answers to this.
That was rhetorical.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said I'm laughing internally.
I was just trying to break up the silence. I know you're a piece of shit. You're pre-diabetic, so
yeah, especially someone who's ripping butts outside. Oh, do you smoke? Nope. Well, you smell like Parliament, so.
Yeah, it's my car. I let people smoke in my car.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I was 16 once too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's not my black and mild.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Dude, I got pulled over once at Bridgewater in college, and I had a cigar in the center console of my car, and the cop goes, "What's in that?" It was in like one of those like tubes, you know,
Yeah.
Cigars come in tubes. He goes, "What's in the tube?" I was like, "Cigar." He goes, "Oh yeah? Step out of the car." I was like, "Oh, okay, no problem." Like I knew it was like a cigar, so I like go out and he like takes it, pops the thing open, and like drops it out and he goes, "The fuck is this?" I go, "Sir, I believe that's a cigar."
Romeo and Juliet, if you will.
Yeah, like something real shitty. It was like a $4 cigar.
Well, it says Cohiba.
Yeah.
I think it's spelt wrong.
He goes, "This isn't weed, is it?" I go, "No, sir, it's not." And he goes, "I don't think I've ever seen someone under 30 smoke a cigar. What are you doing with this?" I was like, I was going to smoke it. He like puts it in and he goes, "Get back in the car. Like, get out of here." He like gave me like a written warning because because the whole thing was I rolled through the stop sign at the top of Great Hill by the water tower.
Yeah.
I didn't come to a complete stop before taking a right-hand turn. So that's why he pulled me over. He goes, "Oh, I was just checking to make sure you weren't high or, or anything like that. You didn't have drugs in the car." And I was like, "Nope, just a cigar."
Nope, just a cigar and I rolled through a stop sign.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Going right according to plan, eh?
Typical Bridgewater cops. Those guys were fucking assholes.
Well, I mean, dude, 9 out of 10 times they probably would have found something.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's why he was like mad that I had a cigar. He was like, "Well, people keep weed in this thing." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but that's a cigar." Like, can I go now? Like, I just... it was one of those things, like, I wasn't mad because I knew, like, I had nothing to hide at the time. And I was like, "You're wasting your time right now. This is almost comical for me."
Well, it's like after we had gotten a couple warnings for drinking in the room, whatever. And this time, we were definitely drinking in the room. But we were better prepared.
Yeah.
And we were playing Monopoly. I don't know why. It was like a 3-week span where we were playing Monopoly. So, you know how Monopoly gets.
Oh, yeah.
Cops come to the door. And we have a protocol in the room where it's like anyone with a strike just bails.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm like, there's stuff in my room and I'm in my room as a single, like lights off and I'm not there.
Yeah.
If anyone asks, I'm not there.
Yeah.
So they come in and it's like, "What are you guys doing in here?" "Playing Monopoly." We're gonna have to come in. There's no way that what's coming from this room is Monopoly. Guy walks in.
Sees the Monopoly board on the table.
"Oh wow, you guys are actually playing Monopoly." "Yep." "You not drinking or anything?" "Nope." "Why?"
Yeah.
"Alright, I don't see anything and I see Monopoly. You guys need to quiet way down." That was bad though.
That's awesome.
That was like, there was like, have you ever played Monopoly with extortion?
Yes.
Like,
oh yeah, with Finn. You play Monopoly with Finn, and it's no holds barred.
Yeah, it's just like, you have fucking war crimes in Monopoly.
Oh yeah, dude, it was terrible. The very first year we did Guys Weekend, we went to Weir's Beach in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And the house we stayed at had Monopoly. So we decided to play, and it was terrible. I quit halfway through. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna go keep drinking." I gave Finn all my shit because Finn would do like backhand deals or back alley deals and like this and that, and then turn around and like cancel the deal, and then like it was a whole fucking thing.
Yeah,
I think him and Dickie actually got at it. Like they were fucking arguing, like seconds away from blows. Like it was bad. Like it was fuck.
Yeah, that was like one of those things. Like, hey, like if you don't hit me with that that charge, like. Let you stay at my place a couple times. Like,
yeah.
It's like, we were playing with like intimidation, like extortion, racketeering, you name it. Like if it was in a fucking Italian mob movie, we were doing it because it was bad.
You motherfucker!
The only thing is we didn't actually literally murder anyone.
Yeah. Oh man.
But I do remember taking someone's piece and throwing it down the fucking hallway.
Fuck you. Just hum it.
Said it was bullshit. Yeah, go get your fucking piece if you want it so bad.
Oh yeah, Monopoly gets wild. That game ends friendships
yes.
and relationships.
Yes.
Like it's bad. It's bad. you see,
if you're in a bad relationship with someone, just play Monopoly with them.
It's a great
It'll
way
be
to
over.
get out of it. Yeah.
It'll be over.
It's a great way also to see like the dark side of people.
How fucked up are they?
Yeah. Like something you may not actually see that often. You'd be like, oh my god, you're a fucking monster.
You are a complete psychopath.
I need that fourth goddamn fucking railroad.
Oh, I'd fucking start flipping boards and shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Get real money mixed into it too.
That's when shit gets squirrely. When you start throwing real money into it.
Oh, you need that. Oh, you need that fourth railroad. Let's say it's what is it? 250 bucks on the card. Well, I'll give it to you for 100 plus 20 bucks.
Yeah. Oh, it's fucking insane.
And then you can gamble on the actual gameplay.
Right. You're like, you just kind of like, you're like, yeah, let's see who's gonna win here.
Yeah, you put odds to it,
Yeah.
and you start taking bets.
Or like, what's gonna be the last color available on the board, or what's the first color to come off the board.
You can bet the dice, like you can bet the roll.
Oh yeah, you can get real fucking, crazy.
You can bet anything you want. We should gamble on Monopoly. Like
we should, but I don't want to play it. I just want to gamble on it.
Yeah.
Like I want to let people play, and then I'll sit on the couch and watch, and then gamble.
Yeah. I'll be the odds maker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a fundraiser at the gym, where it's gonna be Monopoly night. But little do people know is like we're gonna put a camera, and then it's like in the back.
We're all and people playing Monopoly are like, dude, what the fuck is that sound from like the golf room?
I never felt so bad about rolling a 4.
What the fuck? Oh man. Well, you want to wrap this bitch up?
Yeah.
All right.
So, I've got my final thought is Patrick Reed.
Okay.
And I want to get your take on this. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because he won this past week.
Right.
Do you know his thing right now?
Yeah, he got popped for moving his ball.
No, so he was in the Bahamas, which was December. He was taking practice swings, which was moving sand back away from his ball. And he did it like 2 or 3 times. And he got penalized for it. I don't know, 2 strokes, something like that. So then there is allegations of him cheating in college from his teammates. Like, that's out there.
Right.
Some of it's like reverse sandbagging, where he said he shot better than he did.
Right.
To get into matches, but then went out and steamrolled everybody. So.
Yeah.
But there's also like, moving his ball, like shit like that. Mm-hmm. Now Peter Costas went on No Laying Up, and he said there's been a few times where Patrick Reed has moved his ball and stuff like that too. Mm-hmm. So my thing on this is so he won in Mexico. Mm-hmm. And it seems like he's almost feeding off this. Yeah. And it also seems like the players are giving him shit. Like Justin Thomas was making fun of him at the President's Cup. Like making like digging. Or it was like no, sorry. He did the digging thing because they were giving him shit. So he pretended to dig after he made a putt. And then like Justin Thomas is in the bunker just like smashing the sand all over the place. Like, "Hey Patrick, am I doing this right?" But some people are like way up on their high horse on this one. Yeah. So I don't know if you have any thoughts about like how this should be handled, punished, not punished.
Yeah, I mean, so I know that true golfers are like super fucking uptight. Like it's the gentleman's sport. Like you're supposed to fucking do whatever. I don't really give a shit.
Well, so I've got a problem with that idea because some people are like, it's like, oh well, he cheated, he broke the rules, like he should never play again. Like
maybe the rules suck.
He should get suspended. It's like, no, well, I think golf's rules were followed.
Yeah.
He did something he wasn't supposed to and took his penalty. But the penalty is just 2 strokes, or maybe he got 4 because for doing it twice.
Right.
Or I think he only got 2 strokes for improving a lie.
Yeah.
I'm fucking all over the place.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
Jesus Christ.
Our microphones are falling.
Fucking mics and phones.
Cell phones are falling on the ground.
Fucking A. But how do you punish a guy who was already punished?
Right. You can't.
Because golf's rules have it built in already.
Right. No, and that's fine. I think part of that is like this whole outrage thing, where people or cancel culture. Sorry, it's like people are just trying to cancel everyone. So now Patrick Reed does one thing wrong, and they're like, "Oh, he needs to be suspended."
Well, no, he has a history of it, fine, but like.
Yeah, but like the rules are clear.
The most recent one.
Like if you do something illegal, you take a penalty stroke.
Yes.
All right. So there you go. There's your punishment.
Yes.
It's in black and white. Like there's no nuance here. Like, well, if he did, if he didn't, like what? No, and then he took his penalty.
There's also no rule about like perpetual cheating, or rule breaking.
Some people though are like, I don't know.
Well,
no, this isn't just a golf thing.
No, well,
but people are very quick to. It's everywhere. We see it in politics all the time. But people are so super quick to like say get all up in arms. Look at when Phil last year. When Phil missed the putt and then just fucking knocked it back before the ball stopped, everyone was like, he needs to be kicked out. Like, he needs to be suspended. Like, this is insane. Like, that's so illegal. Like, no, he just took a penalty stroke. Like, who cares?
Took his penalty.
Yeah. And if anything, it made him more popular.
Well,
because it makes...
I think that's what makes people mad. Is...
Yeah. Because that's what I do.
Everyone talks about Phil.
When I play, that's what I do. So Phil is more relatable. Because you watch these guys...
Because I'm not watching that ball go
They're so fucking good. These guys are so fucking good. When you see them do something that I do or we do, it's like, oh shit, they're humans. That's right. I like that guy because he's like me. Like that's how shit like that works, you know? Like that's why people hate Tom Brady. Because he's the greatest quarterback of all time, and he's married to a supermodel, Gisele Bundchen, and like lives this fucking fake life. But then you look at someone like, I don't know, someone that people fucking love, like Peyton Manning. He's in every single fucking commercial you can imagine. He does Nationwide. He did Papa John's before the whole issue went down. Like he's a funny guy. He's always on TV. Like he's personable. Like, I bet you if you hung out with Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, you would probably enjoy both of them. Like, I'm sure they're both equally fucking dorky, but, like, people love Peyton Manning because he relates to people. Like, people can relate to him. He's also from Louisiana, Arkansas. He's from the South somewhere.
Who?
Peyton Manning?
Louisiana, I think.
Louisiana. Tom Brady. He's a Cali kid. Grew up in California. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. Like, he's a good-looking guy. Peyton Manning looks like an average guy.
Might not be from Louisiana. I kind of don't really know. I thought he was from Louisiana because... No. Wait. It might be Mississippi.
Mississippi. Yeah, I know.
Because I think...
From one of those...
I think Archie and Eli went to Ole Miss, but Peyton went to Tennessee.
Yeah. So Mississippi sounds right then. But you know what I mean? Like, that's one of those things. So when someone like that... So, like, when a professional athlete or someone famous does something that's relatable that normal people do every day, people like that.
Well, so the other thing, too, is, like, the golf fans are like, they're being such cunts about this. Which, first of all, it's making me want Patrick Reed to see some level of success. Yeah. Because it's going to make a lot of people mad. Because I could really care less. I don't want him to win the Masters because I care about who wins that. Right. But, you know, if he wins like 4 or 5 times this year, I think that's hysterical. Yeah. Because people would just be sitting there crying. Yeah. But it's not like other sports. So if, and I'm sure there's an explicit rule against this, but if a receiver fucking puts Stickum on their gloves, I believe that's definitely against the rules. That's cheating. Yeah.
If a guy's sitting in a dugout banging on a trash can to tell you what pitch is coming...
That's cheating.
That's cheating.
If you're filming the fucking other opposite team...
Photographer 137.
Yeah, NFL photographer 138, 139, whatever. Yeah. That is cheating.
Yes.
He is actually... He's breaking rules. Because everything he's done and what he's gotten caught doing is actually rule breaking, not cheating.
Right.
Because everything he does is typically to improve his lie. And improving your lie is a penalty.
Right.
Under the rules of the game.
Right. It would be like in football, holding.
Yes.
It's a holding penalty.
Yes.
You lose 15 or 10 yards.
So
it's a penalty in golf. You lose a stroke.
Yeah, and I don't like Patrick Reed. Trust me, I don't like him.
Yeah.
But he's getting blown out of proportion as a quote-unquote cheater.
Right.
He's actually a rule breaker.
Right.
He's not using it that we know of. He's not using illegal clubs. He's not using illegal balls.
Right.
He's not using broken equipment.
Right.
Like if it turns out that he has square grooves, actually those are illegal. So I guess using those, would that be cheating? Would that be breaking rules?
That would be breaking rules. Cheating would be like, I don't know what the equivalent to like corking your bat in baseball, but like corking your golf club.
Yeah, you would be using an illegal driver.
That's
like
cheating.
You'd be using a driver that's jacked up.
Yeah, yeah.
Or if you could fuck with opponents.
I guess you would, in golf, you would probably cork the golf ball. You wouldn't cork the club.
Yeah.
But yeah, you cork the ball.
Yeah.
That's
or
cheating.
If you're like using info that you're not supposed to be using.
Right.
Like if someone's like quickly like using their fucking like range fire, like you're not supposed to be using that.
Right. Right.
But yeah, the golf rules are interesting because really all he's doing is breaking rules, which are there.
Right. And he's getting penalties for it.
And he gets a penalty for it. It's just people
like in
want
sport.
death.
In hockey, you trip a guy, you go to the penalty box.
Yeah.
Like that's when it like they're explicit like.
But people
penalties.
look at like kicking your ball not that way.
Right.
So I don't know. The whole thing's interesting. And actually, someone at the gym I played at Sharon with, and he kicked my ass. He's like one of the people that took money from me constantly. He's training now. He goes, Patrick Reed's gonna win the Masters. I'm like, oh, I really hope not. He goes, he's gonna win. Just wait for it.
Yeah. Yikes.
But I don't know. The whole thing.
Should bet on him now.
Well, the whole thing. It's just the whole thing is crazy. With I don't know where I stand because I really don't like the guy, but I feel like the outrage is being blown way out of proportion.
Yeah.
Because again, it's one of it like. And I was talking about this with, I don't like this analogy, but it's like someone who goes to prison, like they serve their time and then they're out.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It's just golf's penalties. I mean, just make everything a DQ then.
Right.
Kick them out. Like, if you don't, like, if improving your lie is that bad, it needs to be a DQ. Right. You need to be out of the tournament.
Right.
It can't just be 2 strokes.
Right.
Or whatever. And then it's like, if you have, put them into a category. And it's like, if you have 3 of these over like a 5-year span, then you get a suspension. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then I don't know how you suspend these guys because they don't play every week.
Yeah, that's true too.
How do you suspend them?
Yeah.
Like, they routinely take a month off anyway.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. But I think, as usual, most people are fucking stupid. They're just pissed off about nothing.
I mean, I still don't like the guy, but
yeah,
everyone's being such a cunt about it.
I'm gonna bet him to win the Masters now. So then he definitely can't win.
He can't win. Curse him.
So you're welcome.
Who do I like? I'll bet Bryson.
Yeah. So my final thought is not as well thought as that. But I saw a commercial, I think it was the other day, for coffee flavored Jaeger. And
as if Jaeger didn't taste shitty enough.
Absolutely. Like, that's gross. First of all, why would you ever want to drink coffee?
Does that come with free tickets to the Rammstein show?
If it did, I would buy it. That's the only way I'm going to Rammstein.
I can't imagine any reason why you would want to drink this.
Yeah, no, terrible. I don't know if it's...
Wait, what if it's good?
That's the thing. I don't know if it's purely coffee-flavored Jaeger, but then at that point, like, why not just buy coffee liqueur? But, like, coffee and licorice, actually, people drink that. People put Sambuca in their coffee, and Sambuca is licorice. So that's apparently a thing.
Gross.
Not one that I would want to try.
Yeah, but you know what? People put whiskey in their coffee, and that tastes terrible.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's really bad.
Irish coffee, dude.
But there's
you don't like Irish coffee?
Yeah.
Wait, talk to me about the Irish coffee. You don't like the Irish coffee?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, how's the Irish coffee at Flynn's? But there's like a coffee epidemic going on. Like, so obviously everyone is America is addicted to coffee. Like, everybody in America.
I'm addicted to coffee.
But like, everyone is trying to exploit this new thing. So what it is, it's cold brew. Sorry, I should have started off with that. So like, cold brew is this new like thing, as if like people just figured out how to do this.
I enjoy cold brew.
I love cold brew, but it's like just started like sweeping around like over the last year, maybe year or two,
Really?
2 years. Yeah, before like 2 years ago, like cold brew wasn't like a thing.
All right, so I'll have my hipster moment. I was like making cold brew 2000, somewhere between 2012 and 2014, because it was in my Hale Street apartment.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's been around super long. But like, so obviously it's been around. Like,
All right, so I'm the first guy to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You're patient zero. Yep.
Yeah. All right, so I was the first person to make the cold brew.
Yeah. But so the Jaeger is cold brew. I went into the liquor store the other day, and I saw there was a big sign on the door when I go in. They have cold brew Jameson now, like cold brew flavored Jameson, and like everything.
Well, there's cold brew wine. Apothic makes it.
Yeah.
There's cold brew. I don't even know if I wouldn't call them a beer, but they're like a beer.
Yeah.
Cold brew beer, cold brew malt beverages, like whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But like, what the fuck is up with this trend of everything liquor being cold brew? Like, why can't I just drink coffee or drink booze?
You don't want that.
Like, why?
No. You want both.
Why do I have to drink both?
No. You want both at the same time.
Oh, okay.
That's what you want.
Wow. Now I want cold brew Jaeger. You should work in marketing. That's good. That's really good.
Be a marketing entrepreneur.
Yeah. I'm gonna move to Texas.
I
Be an entrepreneur. Oh, in what? Marketing.
guess the Mr. 250K whatever, and that's a month, not a year.
Yeah.
I guess they're like writing on a fucking chalkboard, like.
Oh, awesome.
It's amazing.
That's great.
They have no coherent points.
Good. That's good. That's really
But everyone took a selfie.
awesome. That's great.
Like some fucking small classroom.
Well, what else is great is it's time for us to wrap this shit up. So thank you guys for watching. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the show. Stay up to date on all the videos that we post. And by videos that we post, I mean just the episodes for right now. We haven't posted any other silly videos in a while. But wherever you're listening, on podcast streaming services, subscribe there. Like I said at the beginning of the show, if you forgot by now, if you're on iTunes, go to the review part. Just click our icon. It'll bring you to the thing. You scroll to the bottom. You click write a review. Or you don't even have to write a review. You can just click 5 stars. But you can click 5 stars and also write a review too if you want. That'd be super fucking awesome of you. And like I said, if you're not going to leave 5 stars, at least tell us how much you fucking hate our guts. So, be a man about it. Don't just leave 1 star and then not say anything. Fucking loser. And we're on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. Twitter is Sarcasm_speaks. And Facebook is Sarcasm Speaks. And until next time, good night, everybody.